Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Aishah binti Alias and my partner Wan Azam Rizalman. Today we are going to present for our subject ELC650. So assessment for video critique. So we choose a movie title as Moneyball. Okay, so this is a summary of this movie called Moneyball. This movie actually released on 2011, and actually this movie gives us an idea about baseball game and its management. So, make it short, actually Billy Bain is a general manager of Auckland's Atlantic Baseball Club, who has low in budget, and this club nearly bankrupt because of unable to afford a good player compared with the other team who has a big money. So after he lost his three best player, Billy Bain came out with an idea of how to survive this club within a very lean budget. But then he came out with a crazy idea to change the whole tradition or the conventional idea and to upgrade using a technology. So he hired a computer generated ID analysis to recruit a new team member. So he recruited a bargain bin player whom the scouts have labeled as flawed but have game winning potential. At the first place, he faced so many challenges and so many difficulties while forming these new team members, but he still and have or keep faith in his decision. So everyone disagree with his idea, but after a while, everyone start to realize how it works. So then eventually he able to make Auckland's Atlantic Baseball Club winning so many competition with this new method. So it is.
Assalamualaikum and hello to everyone. So today I'm gonna tell you about the critical incidents in this scene. So the critical incident for this scene is giving compliments. So the synopsis of the scene is about Steve talking to Billy and giving compliments about his players' achievements. The scene explains that even Steve's team, Oakland Athletics, lost to Yankees in the match, he still gives compliments on his players' performance. Billy also gives compliments on his players, but deep inside he is sad because he will be losing three of his most important players due to transfer windows. From this scene, we can learn that even we lose in any competition or in some situations, we always need to praise ourselves no matter what the result is going to be. That will give us motivation and support to do well in the next time. Next, I will explain about the critical incidents for this scene, which is negotiations. The synopsis of the scene is about Billy is negotiating with Steve to get additional funding for this team and to buy players. Billy is trying to get additional funding from Steve, but got rejected by him as he said he has no money left. Billy thinks the team will get the championship if he can buy expensive players using that money. From this scene, we can learn that we must try to use our resources wisely, such as, in this case, money. So we cannot put ourselves in at risk, as maybe we can let ourselves into a huge debt for something uncertain. The last one is the critical incident, which is negotiations. The scene is about Billy trying to negotiate to buy players from Mark, who is the owner of Cleveland baseball team. So Billy meets Mark to negotiate to buy his player as he looking for left-hand reliever, but got rejected straight away by Mark as he thinks that Ricardo Rincon is a valuable player for his team. From this scene, we can learn that we need to cut our coat according to our clothes, and then spending more will put us on high risk of getting debt. Sometimes we need to think ahead what might happen to us in the future. So that's all from me, and then we continue with Aishah alias. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to Mr. Ilyas. My name is Aishah binti Ilyas. So today I'm gonna continue our presentation about critical incidents. Okay, so as explained by Mr. Azam earlier, we choose Moneyball as our movie. So this is next critical incidents that we can see in this movie. Negotiation. In this scene, you can see this is a scene where Billy Bean, who works as a general manager and ex-player of Auckland Athletics, negotiate with Art Dawson, who is a coach for this baseball team, to position Mr. Hatzenberg as a first baseman player instead of Mr. Pina. This is because he believed that Mr. Hatzenberg able to make a good move according to his ability, but unfortunately Mr. Art disagreed with Billy. Based on his evaluation as a coach, he can't even see Mr. Hatzenberg able to fulfill a requirement as a first baseman player. So, from this scene, we can see that as a superior, we need to know how to see value in each of our subordinates and be able to take a risk in order to get a better result. This is very important in our circles of life, so we not easily to underestimate people's ability just because we can even figure out his roles. Okay, so then this is the other critical incidents that we can notice in Moneyball movie. So as you can see here, I conclude this is as a safe face. Okay, so synopsis of the scene: Mr. Pete talked to Mr. Carlos in private to inform that he had been traded to the other baseball club. Okay, so explanation of the critical incidents. Mr. Billy asked Mr. Pete to talk to Mr. Carlos that he has been traded to other club called Tiger. He preferred to talk to him in private and explain clearly to him in detail of his trading in order to avoid misunderstanding. Okay, this is a very great way of approach did by Mr. Pete in order to save face Mr. Carlos from other team members. If he straight away talking to Mr. Carlos about his trading to the other club in front of his friends, this may lead to other member to look cynical, and obviously Mr. Carlos will feel humiliated. Okay, so as we can learn from this scene, this is very good manner in avoiding humiliation and tendency of people to lose respect to each other. We cannot let people feeling down, especially in front of other colleagues, or let them to feel bad about themselves. Safe face is a good way of approach. So as we can see in our nature, in our environment, working environment, this is need to apply for the especially for the superior to give an advice or to talk about something which is personal with their subordinates, to make sure that the other members or the other colleague will maintain the feelings of the nature of respect towards each other. Okay, so last but not least, this is another critical incident that we can list from Moneyball. This is about giving compliments. Synopsis of the scene. As you can see from this picture, this is conversation between Mr. Chat and Mr. Billy Bean. Okay, Mr. Chat thanks to Billy Bean for great opportunity that given to him. Billy recreate, as an explanation of this critical incidents, Billy recreate Mr. Chat as a baseball player for Auckland Athletics because of Billy can see he is quite a potential player, and he felt so thankful towards that golden chance given by Billy, whereas no one ever give it to him unless for Billy. He appreciates Billy so much, as we can learn from this scene, showing off our appreciation towards some things, towards someone that help us by let them know how grateful we are is a very good value. This is not sycophantic behavior, but just to deliver our sense of gratitude. However, compliments also able to activate our reward center in our brain and will spread very positive vibes in our circles of society. By the way, it also helps to break circles of criticisms and defensiveness that will damage relationship among workers. In other hand, this is important to our working environment to create appreciation culture, to spread the happier environment and able to create a strong bonding between each other. This helps to harmonize our culture in working environment.